Hi, I'm here at IRC 2017. I'm Liz Morale, and I'm here with Gertjan Douali of Ingencio e-payments.
Hi.
So we've just worked together on a new white paper, looking at innovation in mobile and the importance of innovation in mobile for retailers. And one of the key findings in that was we found kind of only 40% of retailers are mobile first, but expressed a kind of higher desire to be mobile first. How important is it for retailers to have that mobile first focus within their business?
I think very. I mean, if you look at data today, we see that over half of the visits to a website typically go via a mobile channel, but only 15% of transactions will actually go from that mobile website or the app. So people are looking at mobile, they're shopping on mobile, they're just not buying, converting on mobile, which for retailers obviously is a huge issue and is money left on the table.
So in terms of innovation in mobile, how important is that, and what sort of areas should retailers be looking at?
Yeah, I think there is one part which is really sort of getting the basics right, making sure that you have a good checkout experience, that your conversion flow is as smooth as possible on mobile, but then you can do better. If you look at things like social media or social messaging, that's a very big mobile first channel. If you look at millennials today, these kids are always on their phone and they're typically chatting on Facebook Messenger or other platforms. So as a retailer, that's where you want to be. And that's where the innovation story starts to become important, because it's following the innovations that go on the mobile platform in general.
Okay. And another innovation that we explored in the white paper was gamification. So there's some kind of mixed feedback on that. But obviously there is kind of big value within that. So how do you know when to use gamification, and how do you get it to work for you?
Yeah, so gamification obviously isn't sort of a silver bullet that will solve your mobile conversion issues. But you need to look at it as a marketing tool. So instead of doing a 10% discount, you do sort of a gamified checkout type of thing, where 1 in 10 baskets you get for free. And it's a marketing campaign as any other, but because it's quite novel, because it's something that consumers haven't seen before, it hits a lot of more targets on the marketing side.
Okay.
And that's where it becomes interesting, especially then obviously on mobile channels where conversion is that important.
Okay. And another thing we looked at was the whole frictionless mobile experience, which everybody realised the importance of. They're all trying to get there, they're not necessarily getting there. Obviously the checkout can be a stalling point in that. So what should retailers be looking at within that to ensure that it is a completely frictionless process?
Yeah, so I think a couple of things there. First of all, it's all about removing steps, right? The more you have steps in your payment process or in your full checkout process, the more easy it is for consumers to drop out. So if you remove, for example, authentication 3D secure steps when it's for small amounts, that's typically a big conversion blocker, right? But if you do a trade-off there, basically based on the amount, based on the fraud risk, you can do interesting things there. If you look at tokenization, where you can store a card and just reuse that again without having to key it in, that as well helps removing steps. On the other hand, it's also just making sure that you offer the user experience that the user on the device expects. When I'm typing in a credit card number, I don't want to use the full keyboard. I want to use just the numeric keypad, which has bigger numbers and is easier to type in. One of the very small but big pain points is, again, when you're typing in a credit card, you need to validate that all the numbers are right. And simple things like adding spaces between each group of digits, not a lot of retailers do that today on their mobile website, but the usability increase is a lot bigger. So it's these kind of small things that actually have a significant impact.
So retailers getting there. I mean, they're learning the value of mobile innovation. It's just kind of the process.
It's a journey, right? And it's a channel which is still very much evolving, and you see that user experience that customers expect on these channels is still evolving. So the retailers need to follow and need to make sure that they're on top of that.
And they need to read the white paper.
If you want to read more, you can obviously read the white paper, that's for sure.
Lovely. All right. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.